गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। विश्वन्दर्पण दृश्यमान नगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये। बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगीव यस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये। यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये। नानाच्छिद्रकठोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानैयस्य चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनोभात्येतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये। देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजटोपमास्त्वमहमिति भ्रान्तभृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये। राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रः करणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये। बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमीत्यन्तःस्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये। विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भांस्य नलो नीलोऽम्बरमहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येत्तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं चैश्वर्यमव्याहतम् वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णम् सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि।
Ramakrishna Sharanam, Ramakrishna Sharanam, Ramakrishna Sharanam, Sharanye Prabhu Ramakrishna Sharanam, Ramakrishna Sharanam, Ramakrishna Sharanam, Sharanye Prabhu कृपा ही केवलम कृपा ही केवलम कृपा ही केवलम शरण्ये प्रभु कृपा ही केवलम कृपा ही केवलम कृपा ही केवलम शरण्ये प्रभु Ramakrishna Sharanam, Ramakrishna Sharanam, Ramakrishna Sharanam, Sharanye Prabhu Ramakrishna Sharanam, Ramakrishna Sharanam, Ramakrishna Sharanam, Sharanye Sharanagatam 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 Sharanye Prabhu Sharanagatam 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 Sharanye
Welcome everyone for our annual Guru Purnima festival. As many of you are aware, this is the birthday of Vyasa, the great Vedic sage, and his birthday is celebrated in the tradition to remember the teachers in our lives. This refers not only to the teacher who gave us instructions in spiritual life, but all of the teachers we have had. So this is the day to remember. And sometimes when we associate teachers with who we learn from when we go to schools, but there are many teachers we have which don't get recognized as teachers. I mean, oftentimes when we are growing up, it's our parents or the elders in the family from whom we have learned so much. So every person in our lives from whom we have learned something is a teacher and needs to be remembered. And not just living beings. We learn so much from animals. We learn from nature. We learn from trees. We look at the river, look at the sky. So virtually, this day becomes a day of expressing our gratitude to all the knowledge that has come to us from many different sources. Whatever each one of us is today is the result of so many things that we have learned, acquired, the skills we have got, the knowledge that we have got. And even if it may not be possible to remember all of the teachers individually, we can still remember them collectively and be grateful. And in some ways, consciously or unconsciously, every one of us is a teacher as well. Those of you who are parents, you are teachers to your children, to your grandchildren, to the youngsters you meet in life, to those to whom you pass on your skills and knowledge. So that's how the lamp of knowledge is passed from one generation to the next. And this day becomes the time to remember that, to be grateful for that, to recognize our responsibility in life so that we are able to pass on to the next generation everything that we have learned. We are very happy today that we have Swami Shivarchananandaji, who is the assistant Swami at the Vedanta Society in St. Louis, and he will be speaking to us today on God and Guru. This is his first visit to Boston. He came to the United States 3 years ago. He joined the order in 2001, right? And so he has been a monk for the last 25 years. He was also the editor of the Bengali journal started by Swami Vivekananda called Udbodhan. And so he brings a rich history and knowledge and experience on the subject. So he'll speak to us today on God and Guru. So please welcome Swami Shivarchananandaji.
I offer my pranam to revered Swami Tyaganandaji Maharaj, and I want to thank him to give me that opportunity to talk with you this beautiful gathering on this auspicious. It's not a Guru Purnima day actually, we are celebrating the Guru Purnima, that festival. So let us start today's discussion with a prayer, a pranam, salutation to Guru. Chaitanya Shashata Shanto Vyomatita Niranjanaha Vindu Nada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Salutations are to that Guru who is awareness, changeless, is beyond time, who is peace, beyond space, pure, and who is beyond the manifest and the unmanifest. So today, as Maharaj already told, that topic of our discussion is the God and Guru. That is the topic. And the verse that we have selected to offer our salutation, it says that to that Guru, our salutation to that Guru, who is awareness, changeless, who is peace. He is beyond space, pure, and whose real nature is beyond manifest and the unmanifest. So it's clear that this verse is connected with not only with the human form, but the principle behind that human form. Long ago, when I was reading some pages from a book, it was a research, better to say, on Sister Nivedita, written by Shankari Prasad Basu. He did a pioneering work on Swami Vivekananda and Sister Nivedita and many others also. The same kind of work you know about Mary Louise Burke, Sister Gargi. She did on Swami Vivekananda, the new discoveries. The similar kind of work Shankari Prasad Basu also did on Bengali. I remember a photograph from a page of Sister Nivedita's diary. At the bottom of that page, it was a photograph. It was written, Shiva Guru. Dr. Bose, Professor Bose, he explained that word from his experience. I thought that it has a deeper meaning also. Shiva Guru, you know, probably Sister Nivedita was a disciple of Swami Vivekananda. Everything is not written in the book, but this kind of words sometimes helps us to see beyond the alphabets. Very recently, when I was preparing for this discussion, for this talk, suddenly in an old article published in our English journal, Vedanta Keshari, I found some interesting lines. One professor, one scholar, he wrote these lines. He wrote on Saiva Agama Siddhanta or Saiva Siddhanta, that philosophy. So I found these lines that a great Shaiva saint in his book, in a prose form, some verse, he has written these lines. Grace that in the time of ignorance abode within, now made manifest by visible signs, the king who departs not, he who is above all worlds, the holy Shiva is in this world, the praiseworthy holy Guru, God himself is the Shiva Guru. Interesting. When a Saiva saint hailed from South India and where this Irish lady and went to India, what kind of similarity? So I was thinking probably she heard something from Swamiji himself. And in our Ramakrishna tradition, we have that idea that Swami Vivekananda is the incarnation of Shiva. That kind of idea we have. So some mystery is there. And that writer, that scholar, he went on writing this kind of theme. He was talking about 3 kinds of spiritual seekers, like Vijnana Kalar, Pralaya Kalar, and Sakalar. that seekers of God who falls in the category of Sakalars, according their belief, the human form is the only way of contact. This point will be illustrated by an example. Just as wild beasts are ensnared with the help of a tamed one of their kind, so does Shiva conduct himself with regard to souls employing his bodily frame as if it were a stalking horse. In like terms, that poet, the Saiva saint, he portrays the idea of Shiva Guru. He wrote little mystic lines. And knowing pain and knowing pleasure with his form of manhood, beguiling me to him and breaking the twist of sin, ills taint, just as a deer decoyeth with stratagem and feint. So, that idea is there. So, and further, when I read a few lines from an article written by Swami Ramakrishna Ji, I got some similarity with this is a South Indian tradition of philosophy, Shaiva Siddhanta. And when I found the Tantras that came from north part of India, strange kind of similarity. And in between, I want to place Swami Ramakrishnananda. And about Ramakrishnananda, I think all of you, and at least many of you, most of you, you have heard of him. He was a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. And how to say him in a few lines, he was an embodiment of Dasya Bhakti. Dasya Bhakti, like, there are different attitude to serve the God of Guru, Guru or God, with the attitude of a servant. Prabhu, mai gulam, mai gulam, mai gulam hu tera. Oh my God, I am your gulam, I am your servant. Swamiji used to sing that song, beautiful song. I want from you do roti or ek langoti. I want only two things. Do roti. You need to survive. You have to nourish your body because you feel you have a physical body. So for that body, I need do roti, two pieces of bread. And as we have a society to cover ourselves, so we need a piece of cloth. So only these two things I want. And this is enough for sustaining my physical form. But my mental body, I have a mental body also, mental form, mental awareness. For that I want one thing or two things, bhava and bhakti. Please grant me bhava and bhakti. That's enough. So Ramakrishna Ji, you can, I remember little bit of story. I was posted for some time at Jairambati Kualpara. At Kualpara Library, it was a small center who have some idea about Holy Mother's details biography of Sri Sarada Devi. You probably heard this a village called Kualpara. It's a small village, but has a immense significance. So in that library, I was searching for some book, small library. So suddenly I found one book called Ramanuja Charita. Ramanuja Charita, it is a biography written on the great philosopher Saint Ramanuja. In eastern part of India, we rarely read about Ramanuja, only heard about the name, a great saint and philosopher. But I was interested about, when I saw the name of the writer, then I was so much interested. I have to read that book. Who is the writer? Ramakrishna Ji. So I had always believed, if you want to know a person, you have to read his mind. A person is not about body. He is more about It's more about his mind. So I wanted to touch the mind of Ramakrishna Nandaji. He had that fiery devotion, that love towards Guru, and the story, the Kashipur episode, and probably you have read something about Ramakrishna Nandaji. So Ramakrishna Nandaji, it is said that after Swamiji, it is different opinions. Some used to say among his direct disciples, among his brother disciples, after Swami Vivekananda, he was the most scholarly person, Swami Ramakrishna Nandaji. It is an opinion only, but it is not about that literal meaning. We should not consider that literal meaning, but he was a great scholar. But we can get a complete works of Swami Abhedananda apart from Swami Vivekananda. But very recently from here, our Chennai center, we have got a big, a few volumes, I think that book we have on Ramakrishna Nandaji. But for that time, I am talking about almost 20 years ago. So the book was not there. So I think I had to read. I started reading, and for me, it was how to say that we like sweets, So many of you may not. So, but I used to like sweet a lot. So to me, it was that nectar-like experience. I was eating those words, not only reading, eating those words, enjoying, cherishing, like sometimes with a toffee you do with little kids, putting in the mouth, enjoy. So a few lines, a few chapters, just now enjoying. Still, I recommend that book for Ramakrishna Nandaji. His heart, he poured his heart on those words. Little bit of okay. So now here I found another article written on Guru and God. So I want to share his lines. So from if I try to translate that, if I better to quote him, so you can feel his heart. God being infinite, and infinity being absolutely one without a second, there cannot be more than one God. The souls of all other living beings, that is Jivatmas, all throughout the creation must have to be finite, and as such none of them, whether celestial, terrestrial or infernal, can have the power to know and explain God. With a different context he is writing, from a context of bhakti, dualism, qualified dualism, in that kind of thing, not qualified non-dualism, in that context he is writing. He is infinite and we are finite. How we can explain his glory? A finite being cannot explain an infinite thing. For how can the finite ever know the infinite? The finite mind having no power to fathom the infinite mind. It is not possible for any created being to know the ways of God, how he thinks, how he works. Compared to infinity, the finite quantity, however big it may be, must be infinitesimally small or zero, as the former must be infinite times bigger than the latter. So compared to God, all souls, celestial, terrestrial or infernal, are perfectly insignificant, and as such they are absolutely under his control. Thus, the souls, not being free and not knowing to guide themselves on account of the limited nature of their minds, should be guided by God. Quite, we need some guidance. If you want to know X, John, James, anybody, how to reach their home, I need guidance from John or James. Follow this road. Because you want to meet John. if you want to meet God, you not need God's guidance, not somebody else. But how to know the mind of the Lord? The souls have no power to know it. As we have already seen, hence God's infinite love has revealed a part of himself in the Vedas and the different scriptures of the different nations of the world, such as Bible, Quran, Jendavesta, etc. See, he has put some part of his mind, glory, in these books to guide you. But is that enough? He who is obedient to God is thus called dharmika or religious, since God must have to be his own interpreter when man misunderstands the scriptures and thus misbehave. He must have to incarnate himself in order to establish religion. Dharmasya glani, decline of religion. Interpreters, their mind, if their mind is not pure, those interpretation must be that, contaminated with fault. No? So, God's words, you need God to interpret. That's why he comes, he takes, assume a human form that we call avatara. These incarnations are the gurus or the true teachers of the world, and being the manifested embodiments of God, by obeying and worshipping them, we obey and worship God himself. When you worship a avatara, you are worshipping God. The scriptures can be rightly explained only by these gurus or visible gods. Just now we sang a song, Gurudeva Dayakara Dina Jane. That I think first stanza or second stanza. Parabrahma Paratpara Veda Bhane. Vedas and scriptures, they say it, they glorified you, that you are visible God. O Avatara, O Guru, your Guru is visible God. Thus, God only can lead a man to God and no one else. The mind of Ramakrishna Nandaji was clear. When you have no doubt, you can work better. With confusion, you cannot work. We remember in a letter, Swami Vivekananda, he wrote about Shashi. Shashi was the pre-monastic name of Ramakrishna Nandaji. He wrote, I think he has a tremendous that managerial capacity. He will be a good administrator. But see, that is the insight of Vivekananda. But what Ramakrishna was doing by that time, he saw Shashi, young Shashi, that Ramakrishna Nandaji. He was serving his master, Ramakrishna Nandaji, with uttermost care. Sri Ramakrishna told, and this beautiful story, after seeing his care, he wanted to take after sannyasa, you probably know, we get a new name. You get a new name. It is a tradition, new name. So Swami Vivekananda wanted to take the name Ramakrishnananda. The Guru's name was Ramakrishna. So he wanted to take the name Ramakrishna. But seeing Shashi's, that devotion, one-pointed, one-minded, undivided attention towards his Guru, he gave that name Ramakrishnananda to Shashi. And the kind, it's important. It's important. Why I am saying, we'll see that that in a various kind of thing. In Guru, you should not put manusha buddhi. Manusha. You do not think that faith must be there. For me, Guru is a form of God. What is coming to his Guru's mouth, it's that, you have to hold that one. Sri Ramakrishna told that in Bengali, Guru Vakko ke bish khuti rup, Guru Vakko ke khuti kore, dhore, সংসারে সব কাজ করো. You just carry out all of your householding or whatever duties, works, but you have to hold something. You are following all those daily duties, daily chores of your life, but you have to go around. Little kids, they generally they holding a pillar, they can go around like that, but you have to hold something. You have to hold something. So what is it? This world is like a whirlpool. Again that song, that please, you are the deliverer from this continuous flow of this transient ocean of relative existence. You are the deliverer. So if there is ocean, there must be whirlpools. If there are whirlpools, you have to hold something. What is what to hold? Guru Bhakya. For you, this is the prescription for your disease, for your ailment. You have to believe that. If doctor gives some prescription, you have to follow that. You cannot choose that medicines as you wish. So please don't go to see your doctor again. So this is you have to hold that. Shashi, one day, Sri Ramakrishna, probably where it happened, probably at Dakshineshwar itself. Probably, I'm not sure, but the story is the important. So, a few times Sri Ramakrishna called, Shashi, come here. But Shashi, he was young Shashi, you remember, in his 20s. He was fascinated by the poem of the Persian poems. So he was studying in those days 15 to 20 rupees or 18 rupees, I forgot that exact amount. He bought some books on Persian poems to learn, to get mastery of it. So he was absorbed. He was a brilliant student, absorbed in the study. Here Sri Ramakrishna called, Shashi, where are you? So Sri Ramakrishna, where is he? He went and saw. So she was immersed, absorbed in the study of Persian literature. So he just told, Shashi, if you forget why you came here, so it will not help you, that forgetfulness. Shashi, what he did, that very next moment, he took all those books, threw in the Ganges. And next 14 years, he wrote, next 14 years, I didn't touch a book. Only after I got the posting, I had to go to the Madras, Chennai. And these people of Chennai wanted to see some they wanted to see some scholarship. So then, to show them some scholarship, I picked up some book and started reading. That is the spirit. So, when you have no doubt from where it is coming, many stories are there. Another story I can... So, Sri Ramakrishna wanted to see Purna. Purna, the name probably you got in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. A young boy, a guileless boy, pure boy. And Sri Ramakrishna used to say, I like these pure boys. Why? When the mirror is clean, you can see the reflection clearer. No? Their minds are clean. So, in their mind, that reflection of God is more. So, he wanted to see Purna. So, but Purna, that happens with, I think, especially I know more that every household probably. So, parents allows the children for many things, but don't visit frequently to the temples, to the monks. I do not want you become a monk. So his parents were not of different kind. They didn't want that Purna should go to the Dakshineshwar. So what happened? So Sri Ramakrishna just expressed his desire. For many days I didn't see Purna. So she heard that. Ramakrishna. Then Shashi, nickname, pre-monastic life. Oh, before that he sent some of the devotees. But the gatekeeper, the gatekeeper was there. They didn't allow. So they they returned. So now Shashi's turn. Shashi went there and that found that he was looking for when the pushing the, I want to see Purna. I have some, he made some story. That's the important thing. I have to see Purna. So he entered inside. He didn't mention Ramakrishna's name. When he went inside, he found Purna was sleeping with other brothers, other siblings probably. So he whispered in his ear and he pinched a little bit, Purna, Purna. And he opened his eyes. With that low voice, he told, he wants to see you. Okay. So slowly they came out from the house and again they saw the gatekeeper. What is the matter? Where are you going? They made some story. And both of them came to Dakshineshwar. So why we are saying? He had that ability to translate the order, command. The command, the wish he got from the Guru, he exercised that one. So both thing is important. So Sri Ramakrishna told very beautiful things that about Guru, that Guru is like a friend, sometimes he told. In Bengali, more sweet term he used. Guru jano Setho. Setho, who understand little bit of Hindi also, Sathi. Sathi is a Bengali, Hindi, I think Marathi, many words. Sathi. Sathi means companion. So the Sathi, when become more dearer, informal word, Setho. A very close companion. So he wrote that he was like a companion. He used to play with these little boys. He used to guide them just like a mother. Do this, do not do this, and all those things. So anyhow, then Ramakrishna continues. So he never had any confusion about who was Sri Ramakrishna. He wrote, when God feels the necessity to incarnate himself, he comes down. Is comes down in Sanskrit is avatarana. He comes down to our level to be accessible to us, and hence an incarnation is called avatara. From the word avatarana, coming down, the word came avatara. As long as he stays with us here, he conquers all the enemies of the good and right-minded people by the power of his irresistible personality and infinite wisdom, and establishes religion once again on the adamantine basis of truth. See the words. So he wrote, irresistible personality and infinite wisdom. That was his weapon of avatara. In life of Jesus you have seen, young boy started talking with the scholars, everyone became spellbound. Sri Ramakrishna, young boy, never wanted to go to school, but when he opens up his lips, Vidyasagar, Shivanath Shastri, Keshav Chandra Sen, great scholars, Vidyasagar. Sorry, I mentioned his name, Vidyasagar. Vidyasagar literally means ocean of knowledge. Before going there, Sri Ramakrishna apparently nervous. Apparently. Okay, great scholar. What should I speak? What should I tell? But again, oh mother, you will speak. Sri Ramakrishna, it is that we call ripe ego. It's not I will speak. Oh mother, the divine mother, you will speak through me. So he allows mother, divine, to use this body as her instrument. So this is the thing. Allow ourselves that to flow the divine will, the divine wish. He or she, whatever, if you love to call the supreme truth as a mother, you can use that she. If you want to call her as him, you can the father, whatever. So he did that. Before he leaves this earth and rises up to his own infinite glory, he imparts his illuminating power to his disciples, wherewith they become the true gurus or teachers of humanity. Guru Parampara. we call. We didn't see Sri Ramakrishna in our physical eyes. This mortal eyes and the divine eyes, the difference is there. I remember again another story. Swami Gambhirananda. Swami Gambhirananda was 11th president of our order, probably, one of our presidents, Swami Gambhirananda, a great scholar and a wonderful monk, a brilliant monk. So, when he was president or maybe vice president giving initiation, so some of his disciples wrote a letter, Maharaj, have you seen Holy Mother? So, in our Swami Gambhirananda, he wrote a beautiful book, originally in Bengali. It was translated in English, but the Bengali was excellent. So, he never saw Holy Mother, Sri Sarada Devi, during her lifetime. So, he told his sevaka, his attendant, please give the reply, and that it is a brilliant book. See, reading the brilliant book, you cannot, it will be difficult to understand. This author never seen Holy Mother. So he wrote that, please give the reply that I never seen Holy Mother. It was completed, later completed. Then he called, no, stop. Write in this way, I never saw Holy Mother with my mortal eyes. Truthfulness. But it shows that about his caliber, spiritual caliber. Okay, so Guru Parampara. We never saw Holy Mother maybe, but Holy Mother's that strength, her power, is with his sons and daughters. In Indian tradition, there are two vamsas. Vamsas means lineage. One is, generally we talk about blood connection. Forefather, father, grandfather, like this lineage. But in Indian tradition, we believe more on Vidya Vamsa, means knowledge, a continuous flow of knowledge. A son may not be similar with his father in every field. But Vidya, you have imbibed the spirit of your father. It sounds like more like kind of inheriting the spirit. You have inherited the spirit. So you are the son or daughter of Sri Ramakrishna. So he wrote in that spirit that when, before he leaves this earth and rises up to his own infinite glory, he imparts his illuminating power to his disciples, wherewith they become the true gurus or teachers of humanity. These gurus again in their turn impart their guru power to their disciples, who thus become the gurus of humanity. And this imparting guru power goes on from generation to generation until it becomes very much attenuated and is not able to cope with the rising powers of religion on all sides. Then God again incarnates to establish religion, and this is going on throughout eternity. So when you see your Guru, it is not that it is a principle, the Guru Shakti. It is more about Guru Shakti. Then I mentioned about some Tantra. First we started a little bit citing a few verses from Shaiva, Siddhanta, and a little bit of Ramakrishna Nandaji. So let us try to conclude this discussion with mentioning some verses from Tantra also. That Guru, God, Guru Shakti. Shiva, in Tantra, he's talking, it's about a conversation with Shiva and his divine consort Parvati. So, some Sanskrit I will say, then I will translate it. Yah Shiva sarvagah sukshma nishkalaschan manavayaha brahmakara hyaja anantaha sa kathang pujyate priye. Atayeva guru sakshat guru rupa samashritaha bhakta sampujayat devi naradrik gochara nahi. Tasmat Sri Guru Rupena Shishyan Rakshami Sarvada Manusya Charmananandha Sakshat Parashiva Swayam Swa Shishya Anugraharthaya Gurhang Parjatati Shito. It goes on. Let us go to the some English part. So he says that, O beloved Parvati, that Shiva who is all pervading, subtler than the subtlest, indivisible, beyond the mind's grasp, eternal and unchanging, who has no form yet is like the boundless sky, the God in his real nature, Nirguna Brahman, boundless sky. How indeed can such a one be worshipped? How will you worship? How will you put your emotion? You have to put, you need to see some form. Therefore, that very Supreme Being takes refuge in the form of a human Guru, and through the Guru receives devotion and worship. O Devi, worship him with heartfelt devotion, for he alone bestows both worldly joy and ultimate liberation. According to the seeker's inner readiness, depends upon seeker's his temperament, readiness. If you are ready, now you will get. How? Again, some story comes. Kashipur episode. Swami Vivekananda was very eager. Restlessness, that divine restlessness. I have to realize the truth. Time is, passing through. Now, my Guru in Sri Ramakrishna form is ready. He is enacting that final stages of that divine drama. At Kashipur, he had cancer. So he was so eager, Narendranath. People, other brother disciples would inform Sri Ramakrishna, Naren will become crazy, he will become mad. Day and night, that spiritual practice what he is doing. Sri Ramakrishna, he once called him, that come down, my boy. He told, what will happen if I die tomorrow? You are talking about, you are consoling me. But if I die tomorrow, who knows? This is the time I have, this night, this day. So he told, okay, my son, for you, from tomorrow it will happen. Naren was ready. So that eagerness, that according to the seeker's inner readiness, it is not the fault of mantra, it is not a fault of Guru, it is your readiness. If you're ready, it is there. I am Shiva, my true form is beyond the reach of human eyes. That is why I always manifest as the Sri Guru to offer my protection to the disciple. Covered in a human form, the Supreme Shiva himself, out of compassion, roams this earth in secret. How beautifully. In secret. In taking this human form, that is Shiva, for the sake of blessing his disciples. O Parvati, know this well, Sadashiva and Guru are one and the same. Whoever makes a distinction between the two commits a great sin. Great sin means it's sin, okay. You are deceiving yourself. When I accept worship, that last line, beautiful. When Shiva Rupa Samasthaya Pujang Grihnami Parvati, when I accept worship, I do so by assuming the form of Shiva. But Guru Rupa Samadaya Bhavapashang Nikrintaye. But when I seek to liberate the bound soul, I take the form of Guru. So when you are Guru, so many things are there. It is divine choice. It is not your choice. You have other stories will come. So anyhow, so it is divine choice. You are fortunate that the time has come. You wanted to embrace a divine life. You are not satisfied with that ordinary life. You want to live a divine life. So I want to better to conclude today. So with these thoughts, let us offer pranam to all gurus. And it is not my guru and your guru. This is a very important aspect of this Ramakrishna tradition. My guru, you're not different. So it is same guru. There are beautiful, many slokas are there. How beautifully that the same guru. So with in this pranam mantra, that same idea has been that narrated. Mannatha Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Madatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Prostration to that Guru who is the Lord of the universe, my teacher who is the teacher of the universe, who is the self in me and the self in all beings. We are not different. Myself, yourself, the same. The same ocean, same existence. So, we, with offering our pranams to that all-pervading Guru, let me conclude my discussion.
As we approach nearing the end of this celebration, I was reminded of one incident that occurred many years ago when my teacher was once asked by one of his students that which is the best way to honor one's teacher. And his reply was that whatever we have learned from the teacher, to actually live according to that, to put it into practice, that's the best way of expressing our gratitude. And so this will be a good day. Whatever practice of prayer and japa meditation that you have, and whatever you are accustomed to doing every day, try today to do a little bit extra, at least a little bit extra. And that would make this day truly memorable. That's the way to express our gratitude, gratefulness to everything that we have learned. And we never, ever stop learning. Sri Ramakrishna said, so long as I live, I learn. So in some sense, until we become enlightened, it's good to keep somewhere in the corner of our heart the attitude of being a student. And so that's the message that we hold in our heart as we get now ready. So we will have a prayer now, and then will be a short arati, followed by Sarva Mangala, and then we go out and have the delicious dishes that many of you have brought with you. We all will get to taste them.